Hello fighting dreamers, it is the third time I have tried to record this video. This time maybe it will work? So if I have your schedule and my schedule right, this is the week that I uploaded the what is the best Pokemon game? What a question, and we fucking nailed it. So I thought why not do the same to the only other video game franchise I play. Naruto Ninja Storm. But not just Ninja Storm. Today, whilst playing games, I want to go through previous installments and pick the best quintessential Naruto game in existence. I love subjective opinions. I love subjective opinions so much that you can feel free and just put that down in the doobly-doo and not feel attacked. Because my pick is my pick. But before we get to that, whilst we're still picking, let's go through some comments, because we don't have a lot of time for these. You suck at singing! Thanks, Zane. No shit, Zane. Well, you think I got some sort of anime cover karaoke channel going on here? Nah, man, I'll sing when I want to. Thanks for making me feel insecure, though. First team. Let's talk about Ninja Storm 1. Back in 2010, this game blew my fucking mind. Fresh, fun, and innovative. Ooh, it still feels good. 7 years later, a colourful and cinematic 3D fighter was fresh, it was mind-blowing, but it was also mainly known as the one which had the fucking free roam. Put back the hub world! Yeah, this was a game where you could explore Konoha first person. It was a sandbox, and something that sets it apart from every other Ninja Storm game. As iconic and nostalgic as this is, oh, have you actually gone back and played it? The sandbox is a dead ghost town. The first 2 arcs are dealt with in 10 minutes of on-screen text. Good fucking luck using half the roster, cause there is no tier list yet, big boy. Even though Storm 1 has so many cool things that the later visions don't have, this is probably for good reason. The expansive hub world really limited the story, and with no online mode, I hope you like battling your local friend. You know, local friend. Bitch, there were 3 good characters in this game. If you played as Tenten, Sasuke, or Kakashi, congrats, you've already won, because no one else was touching you. It's still a fantastic game, but maybe it's one of those ones better left in your childhood. Storm 2, on the other hand, is the only one to get PlayStation Platinum, if that means anything. Big boss battles, big upgrade, they remade the entire roster from scratch. It's just a kind of craft which makes it the most well-rounded game in this list. The best? Storm 2 was really good at adapting weak parts of the original series. It told the story of Shippuden better than the anime, which is crazy, it's a fucking video game with cutscenes. I just remember Naruto vs Kakazu's squid form, or the bell test, but epic. Storm 2 had a craft and an imagination that the series hadn't seen yet, and it's why Storm 2 has been ripped off ever since. But good luck on the online. I'm glad this thing is dead. Storm 2 Online was trash tier. The sub bar hadn't been implemented yet, and so the whole game relies on flow, impulse, and which character did you bring? Mostly the latter. It was also where shuriken spammers had their paradise. Deidara, Tenten, shuriken, all you had to do was press one button over and over, and there was nothing anyone could really do to you. Awakenings that there was no escaping from, supports who could win the match for you, I still get shivers. The whole game had a fixation on speed, which meant that most of the roster was plain unusable. I'll make mincemeat of you, bitch. Get good smack talk, otherwise don't bother doing it. How did I let him even do that? I can't take Ultimate Jutsu. 2 Ultimate Jutsu? Okay. You think you can punk ass me on my own show, huh? You think you could humiliate me? Oh, no. Oh, I got snakes up my butt. You ain't getting out of that one. Bitch, I'm coming for you now. Is this Storm 2? Because it doesn't look like you have a fucking sub bar. Get brutal. Get nasty. Quick, Shonen boys. Use your Mega Blue Attack. Mega Blue Attack? God, these names are getting worse. Oh, what's that? A comment? Oh, well, give it a read. Oh, I love this one. Hey, did Naruto die? If he did, oh. But Naruto is so strong. Why would he die, bro? Am I right? Yes, you are right. Vagina passer. Bro, it is sad if Naruto did it. Oh, but on the naughty step, we also have, we all guessed Capaldi? Guess you missed that. Got a little brat thinking it was hot shit, huh? Well, you shouldn't try and shit talk me when I'm on my birthday weekend. You can tell I was drunk here, because rather than explain to him why he was wrong, I instead chose to go for, guess so, you punk ass bitch! Suck on my time traveling paradox dick. It regenerates every 3 years or so. What? Naughty step, naughty wrecked. Keep 'em coming, and the moral of this story is don't try and send me shit when I'm drunk. I have not got the patience for you. Oh, his name's Little Thomas Kid as well. He was probably just like a 10-year-old. Yeah, fuck it, he had it coming. So, here's a game you've probably never played before. Powerful Shippuden. What? Yeah, if you have a 3DS, in 2013 they released a Naruto and Rock Lee spin-off game. It was a comedy side-scroller with gorgeous little sprite art. I miss the sprites. It was essentially a side-scroller where you could play through the events of Shippuden through the eyes of Naruto or through Lee, who sort of reworks and rewrites the events of Shippuden so that him and his friends save the day. I think Pain gets defeated by big eyebrows. I think the war ends because of a genie. Oh yeah, that was a genie after the boss battle. I just remember it being a lot of fun. I've brought Lee, I've brought Deidara, because his boss battle was a bitch. And Naruto with KCM, because this was actually the first video game appearance of Kyuubi Chakra mode. And I just remember at the time being like, oh, this is awesome! Naruto's on fire! This is great! Grab a 3DS and play it. It's actually really solid. But not my favourite. What was my favourite? Oh, you know, Naruto Dragon Chronicles? Is that what it was called? Yeah, Jesus Christ, guys. No spoiler, but this is not my favourite game. I think that you can guess that. Hey guys, remember when we all got fantasy sword armor elements and then forgot about them? Yeah, let's never use them again. And they never did. The most filler of filler games. A lot of people liked the Ultimate Ninja series, and yeah, they had huge, awesome rosters and good engaging story modes, but I never grew up with them, so I can never really get into them like I can Ninja Storm. It's just a matter of preference, but if you're an Ultimate Ninja kid, then I say 5 is the best one. Storm Generations. Just gonna speed through this one. This one was a shit storm. If you were around for 2012, then you know the bastard that is the Masked Man. This guy practically self-broke a game. Oh, you wanna pick him too? Alright, big boy. But I'm playing Generation style. All I have to do is use my jutsu over and over, and I have invincibility frames, so there's nothing you can fucking do. Despite being a middle game, having middle game syndrome and no real story, this is a fun arcade installment. I really like it. It's a really clean game. I know nobody actually cares about that, but it's a really well presented and clean Storm game. Is that weird? It's definitely the most nostalgic for me, and I think there's something to say about any game that you've spent hours of your life shouting and swearing at. That's an achievement. Unuki, Lee, Neji, Masterman, this game was fucked. And with the invention of the sub bar, a series-saving concept, also came the rise of the Combo Queen. Someone who instead of throwing shuriken is now throwing combos and won't fucking stop. Thank you for the sub bar, but somebody nerf this game. Storm 3. Storm 3 is cinematic, difficult, and does the most it can with the content it's been given. Welcome to Naruto the 4th Shinobi War, the game. I did a whole month of videos on why I love this game so much, but the story mode is fantastic. There's hack and slash, there's new decisions, there's instant awakenings which are gorgeous, and I miss them because they made me broken as fuck. They added so much into this game that they did not have to. They put Hanzo Mifune. Who knew that Fu had a moveset? They didn't need to pull the Jinchuriki in here, but they did. They didn't even need to put Madara. When Madara showed up, oh, we weren't even sure if we were gonna get Madara back then, and that was the shit. That was back when Madara was so cool that even I liked him. As for online play, I don't know. Pick a Uchiha, you'll probably win. What's changed? And with Storm Revolution, I think we have the best two Naruto games here. I'm just gonna come out and say it. I think Storm 3 is the best for story as an all-rounder game. But I think Storm Revolution is when the game mechanics, the actual gameplay, peaked. It wasn't when the series was the most fair or when the series had the biggest roster, but it was definitely when the gameplay was the most fun. For this, you gotta bring Mecha Naruto, the Shizui, and then the Sasori with his little pre-Akatsuki stuff. Because that was the gimmick of this one. Revolution struggled again from being more movie than game. And the lack of story mode would be a problem if the Ninja World Tournament wasn't so surprisingly good at being its own thing. Go back and play this whole mode is great. On top of that, you had, the counter. The counter. Customization. Drive mode. Drive mode was a gimmick, but a gimmick that worked and shouldn't have been removed. The addition and update of characters from Madara to Gengetsu. They didn't need to do all this, but they did. And for the first time, because of a big roster, you get to make strategies for any single character, as the gameplay gives actual players ability to defend themselves against the spammers and the combo queens. Revolution is so fun. But did Minato need another fucking buff? No, he did not! G fucking G! And then finally, we have Storm 4. I've spoke very fast and stormed, get it? Stormed through all of these games. But Storm 4 is, it's maybe a bit of a step back. Well, it's definitely the most balanced, and it's also definitely the most strategic of the games. Leader swap is a really good feature that is so natural for strategy making that you wonder how you even worked before the feature was introduced. There were a lot of fun additions via DLC, and the final Naruto and Sasuke battle was amazing, almost as good as the actual anime one itself. There were so many new ways to fight, from defensive, Kaguya, Taiyuya. Awakenings are finally fair, and if you know what you're doing, very fightable. See, because it's a fair game, but it isn't a very good game. It has, for one, the worst material, plot-wise, of any of the series to work with. One battlefield, one wasteland, and it doesn't really do anything with it, going for instead for an arcade sort of mode. This was just a major letdown, and I don't want to be playing fucking Star Fox in my Naruto game. Boss battles sort of play themselves, and these gross PowerPoint presentations instead of cutscenes, why? Storm 4 is basically only good for getting S rank 100% completion, because it's difficult as fuck, and online mode. But yeah, it depends on what as a gamer you want. Do you want a good multiplayer experience? Or do you want a single player good story mode that won't run out or die out? Storm Generations, not the best, but the most nostalgic to me personally. Get that shit out of here though, we don't want nostalgia sentimental goggles. Storm 3 is the best all-rounder. The online might be dead, but it was once quite good, and the story mode is the best the Naruto Storm series will ever get. Meanwhile, you have Storm Revolution, the more fun, experimental, and, well, it's more of a fighting game. And there are my picks. Sorry for talking so fast, I didn't want this to be a half-hour episode, and I've been talking a lot. My voice is fucking gone, it's destroyed. I almost threw up halfway through. If you can tell me the timestamp where I clearly almost throw up out of my voice being dry, let me know, you'll get a special prize. Whew, suggest a theme? Check out the Patreon, because this channel's on life support, and I will see you next week.